Hello everyone. Percentage is a topic where you find different type of questions and you should know the right approach and method to solve every question type in percentage. In this video, I am emphasizing on must do question types in percentage which you should never miss, especially if you're preparing for a competitive exam. So watch the video till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's start.
For this I'm going to an online resource, a website, and then I'm picking the question on percentage. Then I'm picking the relevant question. So this is the question number 2. So this is a question of one type we are looking for. So first let's read the question. The value of a motor depreciate at the rate of 10% every year. It was purchased 3 years ago. If its present value is rupees 5832, its purchase price was. Right, so this is a question of, you can say, the successive percentage decrease, and accordingly we will apply the approach. So what should be the approach? So what basically in the question it is said ki in the 3 years it is depreciate 10% every year. So for the sake of calculation, we can assume that the initial value was 100x. Okay, and in the first year it depreciate by 10%. Okay, so obviously it will become 90x. Okay, then again in the second year it depreciate by 10%. So in order to get the value after 2 years, so I can multiply the previous value by 0.9. so why I'm doing this? Because if 10% depreciate, then 90% is left, so that's why I multiply 90x by 0.9, so I get here 81x, right? Similarly in the third year as well it depreciate by 10%, so again I will multiply this by 0.9. so after 3 years I will get 72.9x, right? So this is the value of 100x I got after 3 years. So now what is given in the question, that its present value, I mean this value, is equal to 5832. Now so with the help of this you can calculate x. So x can be calculated as 5832 divided by 72.9, right? So if you do this calculation, so you will get the value of x is equal to 8080. so once you get the value of x is equal to 80, you can put here and you will get its purchase price. So I get the purchase price by putting the value of x as 8000, right? So our answer is 8000, so answer B is correct here. So in this approach we have seen that we have assumed the value as 100x, and this has comfortably given us the depreciated amount in after 3 years. So this approach should be adopted in the similar questions. So let's see other question. So this is again a question based on percentage increase and decrease. A number is increased by 20% and then decreased by 20%. The final value of the number is, okay, so as I told you in the previous question that in order to conveniently solve this question we should assume initially as 100x, right? So 100x was the initial number and the number is increased by 20%. So if I am increasing 20% in 100x, I will get 120x straight away, right? And then this is decreased by 20%. So 20% decrease means 80% left. That means if I multiply this value by 0.8, so it will be 96x, right? So now if I compare this 96x with 100x, I will get there is a 4% decrease, there is a 4% decrease, right? So the answer to the question, the final value of the number is decrease by 4%. So C is the answer. So let's go to the next question of the same type. So here there is a question which says if A's height is 40% less than that of B, how much percent B's height is more than that of A? So we can solve this question again on the basis of once we assume any value as 100, and we'll calculate the other's value with respect to 100. Okay, so there are two guys, A and B. If I assume B as 100, so A's height is 40% less than B, that means 40% less than 100 will give you 60. Okay, so A is 60. Now the question is how much percent B's height is more than that of A. So basically you have to find this 100 is how much percent more than 60, right? So in order to find that, you have to find the percentage more than 60. So for this you should be first calculating how much it is more, how much this 100 is more than 60. So 100 minus 60, that is 40, divided by, you are comparing from this value which is 60, and you multiply this by 100 for the percentage. So here you get 40 by 60 multiplied by 100. So basically this is 2 by 3 into 100. So you must be knowing this is equal to 66.67%. So here option C is correct. So here we have a different type of a question. Again, this question is very important, and this is frequently asked in many exams with different meaning as well, I mean with different variations. So the question says a student multiplied a number by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3. So what is the percentage error in the calculation? So he multiplied by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3, right? So this is basically actual. Actual should be, if the number is x, say, so it would have been x into 5 by 3, and he got 3 by 5, x into 3 by 5. Okay, so percentage error you have to calculate. So percentage error will be the error, okay, divided by the actual value multiplied by 100, right? So error is basically the difference. So difference you can find out like 5 by 3 x minus 3 by 5x, okay, and divide this by the actual value which is 5 by 3x, and multiply this by 100. So here you will get here like 15. So 25 minus 9, which is so I can write 25 minus 9, 25 minus 9 x by 15 divided by 5 by 3x, okay, multiplied by 100. So that will give me 16 divided by 25 multiplied by 100. Okay, so I can calculate this. So this is basically 25 4s are 100, so 64%. You are getting the value 64%. So this is a method. However, we can reduce this method. Okay, how we can reduce this? Because you know there are certain calculations which is basically involved because of the fraction. So how can I remove the fractions? So a way to remove the fraction is, if I assume, if I assume the value of x as say the LCM of 5 and 3. So if I take the value of x as LCM of 5 and 3, which is 15, so this fraction will be gone and our calculation will be easier. Okay, so in this case the number which you get after error will be 15 into 3 by 5, okay, and the actual number would have been 15 into 5 by 3. So here you are getting 9, and here you are getting 25. there is no fraction. Okay, so now you can again do the similar calculation and you will get the percentage error here. So percentage error will be the difference of 25 minus 9, which is 16, divided by the actual number, which is 25, multiplied by 100. So here you will get this result directly, right? So by doing this we can definitely reduce the time in calculation. So answer for this question is B. So let's take the next question type, which is question number 11 here. Okay, so the question says that a student has to obtain 30% of the total marks to pass. He got 125 marks and failed by 40 marks, so the maximum marks are. So again, this is a very typical question and this is asked in many exams with different data. So in the question it is given that he has to obtain 30% of the total marks to pass. So right, so if the total marks is say if the total marks is x, right, so the passing marks is 0.3x. so this much marks he has to obtain in order to pass this exam. Okay, and he got 125 marks, and failed by 40 marks. So that means if he gets 40 marks more, 125 plus 40, then he would have passed this exam. So this is a simple equation that you have to make. Okay, so we can write this is 165 is equal to 0.3x. so the value of x, you will get 165 divided by 0.3, which comes out to be 35550. Okay, so you got the value of x as 550, which is required for this particular question. Okay, so straight away the answer is A. So now let's go to the next question, which is again a different type of a question which we are taking right now. So the question number 12, which says Ramesh spent 30% of his monthly income on food articles, 40% of the remaining on conveyance, and saves 50% of the remaining. So if his monthly salary is this much, how much money does he save every month, right? So in this question also it would be easy if you start taking from 100x, but here the total amount is given, so you can definitely start from this amount. Otherwise you can also start with 100x. If I am starting with 100, so that means he is having 100x initially. Okay, and what is said he has spent 30% of his monthly income, so that means 30% he has spent, so he is left with 70x, 70% is left. Okay, and then 40% of the remaining, so out of 70x he has spent 40%, so he is left with 60% of 70x. that means I can get this value by multiplying this by 0.6, so that will be 42x. Okay, now from this it is said 50% he saves from this, so that means 50% of this is spent and 50% of this is saved, so that means 21x, half of this is saved, right? So 21x is saved, and now the question is how much money does he save every month, right? So 21x he saves, so he saves how much? He saves 21x, and that can directly be written as 21 multiplied by 184, because here we have assumed this as 100x, which is equal to 18400. So x is equal to 184, so I have directly put the value here 184. So this is the only calculation that you have to do, I mean, in this particular question. And if you multiply 184 by 20, okay, you will get, so in order to multiply it quicker, you can again use something like 20 plus 1 multiplied by 184, like if you can add this, so your answer will be okay 3864. So option A is correct. So let's move to the next question, which is again on this page of different type. So question number 13, right? Question number 13, which says if 75% of a number is added to 75, then the result is the number itself. Find the number, right? So again, you have to just find out what equation is to be made on the basis of this particular statement, and accordingly you will solve this question. So 75% of any number, say x, if it is added to 75, then you will get x, right? So I can also write in this way, like 3 by 4, because 75% is 3 by 4, so 3 by 4 x plus 75 is equal to x. So I can write 75 is equal to x minus 3 by 4, which is basically 1 by 4x. So the value of x can be written as 75 into 4. So basically this is 300, right? So answer is C here. So this is again a different type of question. So the question says question number 16. So if the price of sugar rises from rupees 44 per kg to rupees 55 per kg, a person, in order to have no increase in his expenditure on sugar, will have to reduce his consumption of sugar by. So the question says that when the price is increased, okay, so if you don't want to increase the expenditure, then the consumption has to be reduced. So you have to find by what percent it has to be reduced, right? So these questions we call the questions of product constancy, which is basically asked in different topics. So let me tell you the method for these questions. So here this is price into consumption, that is equal to expenditure, right? So price is given as 44 and consumption, suppose you assume C, okay, and if you multiply this, you are getting some expenditure. So what is happening, that the price is increased from 44 to 55. So obviously consumption has to be decreased, right? But you have to keep the expenditure same. So what is happening, what we have to do basically, that you should try to find out that in what proportion this price is increasing. So here basically this is, if you multiply the earlier price by 5 by 4, right? So you will get 55. 44 multiplied by 5 by 4, you are getting this 55. So that this new price has been achieved by multiplying the earlier price by 5 by 4. So 5 by 4, you can also write this is basically 1 by 4. So basically there is a 25% increase, right? So once you know that this new price has been achieved by multiplying the previous price by 5 by 4, so this consumption has to be reversed, right? That means this consumption has to be 4 by 5 of the earlier one. Why? Because this expenditure has to be same. So if you multiply 55 into 4 by 5c, then you will get 44c. That means that the earlier expenditure. So from here you get the clue that the new consumption is 4/5 of the earlier one. So you can see what is the difference between the previous consumption, earlier consumption, and the new consumption. So obviously if you subtract this value minus this, then you will get that the difference is equal to 1 by 5c. Okay, so here you see 1 by 5c means there has to be a 20% decrease, right? So here you get the value, get the required what is asked in the question, that there has to be a 20% reduction or decrease in the consumption. The same thing can also be solved in a different way. For example, we know that the price into consumption is giving me expenditure, okay. So if I write the ratio of price P1 to P2, which is 4:5, right, in this case, because it has been increased from 44 to 55. So 4:5 is the ratio of P1 to P2. So if I say the ratio of consumption 1 to consumption 2, that has to be just the reverse. That means 5:4. Okay, so from here as well, okay, from 5 it has been reduced to 4. Okay, so 1 unit reduction in 5, so 1 by 5, that is 20%, right? So here also you are getting this value as 20%. So B is the answer. So here we have a different type of a question which is based on election of two candidates. So such questions are also asked in different exams, right? So the question says, in an election between two candidates, one got 55% of total valid votes, 80% of the votes were valid. If the total number of votes was 7500, the number of valid votes that the other candidate got was, right? So in order to solve this question, we can start with, like, we have, if you assume the total value as 100x, so from there also we can solve this question, right? Because we know that the 100x is equal to 7500, so x is equal to 75, so there is no harm in that. Or you can start with the 7500 itself. So I am starting with the total value as 100x. Now it is known that 80% of the votes were valid. So out of this 100x, if I say valid votes are 80x and invalid votes are 20x, right? Now if the total number of this one got 55% of the total valid votes, so out of 80x, 55%, that means 55% of 80x he got. Okay, so what other got? If 55% one is getting, then the other one is getting how much? 45%. So 45% of 80x. So here one has to understand that it is given that one got 55% of this 80x, so obviously the other one is getting 100 minus 55, which is 45% of 80x. So which is being basically asked, right? The number of valid votes that the other candidate got. So directly I can write 45% of 80x, that is 45 by 100 multiplied by 80, and the value of x we already know, that is 75. Okay, so this will be cancel out, and if you multiply this and simple calculation, 300 into 9, which is 2700. So 2700 is the answer. So B is the correct answer. So here we have discussed all different type of questions in percentage. I hope this will be useful to all.